this bridge has taken a beating. See all the stormwater's come right over the top of here. Wow, what a beautiful view. We're right up the mountains here, hundreds of meters above sea level. Look at this view across this open valley here. Absolutely beautiful. Goes for miles, just hundreds of kilometers. And we had to take the inland route because the Daintree River, the ferry snapped, so I can't go the coast road there, unfortunately. There's all sorts of problems there still, and that doesn't look like it's going to get fixed very fast indeed at any time. So, but I wouldn't have seen this view if I went the inland route, and I have been the inland route before. It's absolutely amazing. Beautiful. As far as the eye can see. It's just like a big valley in the mountain ranges here. Be all sorts of animals down here, pigs and horses and probably even camels down there, who knows. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of graffiti on the rocks, people have been here marking their name. Wow. Anyway, next stop's going to be Cooktown. I will get scenery on the way, including Duke doing a poo there. Look, he does a poo in the most scenic spot you can get. He's getting a beautiful view there. And poor Duke, he's got a bit of a sore eye. I don't know what happened there. He must have scratched it or something. So I've been putting salt water on it. Hopefully no issues, otherwise we might have to see a vet, but seems to be coming good, I hope. I'll keep that saltwater bath on it. I'm not sure what happened to his eye. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this scenery for a while, just for a few more minutes, and then we'll hit the road again. You can see I've managed to pull over here. Here's one of the mountains with the black rock, and a bit of black rock down here. But there's a lot of old stories about whole herds of cattle disappearing and people disappearing on these mountains. You can imagine it'll be an absolute nightmare to climb. It's just boulders all the way up, and it's bizarre formation. It's like it's just been dropped out of the sky. Absolutely bizarre the way it's formed. As you can see, many local stories tell of people as whole mobs of cattle and disappearing into the as well as people disappearing into the labyrinths of rocks and never to be seen again. So there's a lot of stories about these mountains, a lot of people disappearing and cattle and stuff. I wouldn't even attempt to climb up there. It looks like an absolute nightmare. Wow, the different scenery you see, eh? Amazing. There you go. This is all very interesting. Haven't even got to the fishing yet. Cooktown's not far from here. We've only got about 30 k's or something, so getting very close now. Check out this baby. Genuine cow leather, crocodile skin and crocodile teeth. Thought I'd do away with the old cloth hat. I don't often treat myself to anything, so this hat should last me a lifetime, really. Well, a long time. A few bits might fall off, but the actual hat should last a long time. So away with the cloth hat and a bit of quality now. Me and Duke will stay in the caravan park for a good week here. We might even stay a few weeks, I think. We'll just see. Well, morning guys. Here I am at Cooktown. I made it, the final destination, and pretty happy with it. A lot of colour in the water because they've had a lot of rain, so a lot of runoff. And I got some mullet and herring this morning. I probably put too many herring in my bucket because a lot have died, but the 2 mullet are alright, so that's the main thing. So I've got a little creek mouth here, right near the boat ramp really, just not far. I figured I'd try this little creek mouth straight away because it's near the mouth of the river and maybe the barrow hanging towards the mouth. So we'll get some baits on, we'll see what happens. We'll lob them right next to the mangroves. Hopefully we get some mangrove jacks or barrow or something. Something we can cook would be nice. All right, let's get into it. Well, I reckon we start off with the nice size mullet, the big one, and that way we'll save a bit of oxygen in the bucket as well. So, because the current's running so hard, you really have to hook them through the nose, because if you hook them in the back, they'll pull sideways and they'll drown. So I've just got a 4-0 hook there, which is matched perfectly to that bait. I like to match my hook perfectly so it blends in, they don't get sus. 50 pound line, 40 pound braid. It's a 4,000 Saltus reel and 4,000 Saltiga reel and a Saltus rod. So it's a reasonably heavy setup. A lot of people go heavier, but all right, this has been doing me well. So all right, let's get him out there. Now I may get 2 rods out. I'll just give this rod a few minutes. If I don't get a hit, I'll get the second rod out. Just don't want to overgun myself if it's lots of action. A lot of commercial boats around here, a lot of commercial fishermen, so hopefully the area is not too overworked. I've seen like 6 boats already, commercial fishermen, so they're all packing up from the night, which generally means they've been netting around the area somewhere. Alright, let's see what happens. Duke's happy to be out here. I got up here a bit quicker than I thought. I thought the rains would have held me off, but took that inland route, it wasn't too bad. The water was right up to some of the crossings, but you could tell it went over the top. Gave it a couple of minutes, no action yet, so we'll get the second rod out and we'll just lob it out a little bit further next to the edge. I might try a herring on this one. The herring, I hook sideways through the nose, just so they can breathe properly. If you hook them upwards through the nose, they can't breathe properly really, so as you can see, it's sideways. All right, let's get it out. So I'll give this spot probably about half an hour. If we get no action, I'll go a little bit further up the creek and we'll see if there's more action up there. I'd go outside, but it's 25k winds today. It doesn't seem like it where I'm tucked in here. It's because the wind's coming in this way. That's why I'm tucked right in this side of the creek. It's a very big system, this Cooktown River system. It's massive. Very wide at the mouth and goes a fair way upstream, so a lot to venture. We've got a few days of really windy conditions and then it drops off to about 11k winds to about 11 o'clock, so the prediction says. So on that day I'm going to send it out the reef. That's the plan. I've booked into the caravan park for a week and I'm not leaving until I get out the reef basically, because that was the main objective, to get out to the Great Barrier Reef once I'm at Cooktown. So hopefully we can get out there. I'll just have to stay for a couple of weeks if I have to, we'll see, till I get a break in the weather. For a bit of information, every video I do basically from the start, I do have members videos on that video. So every video I do a members video for that video, and I give the exact position I was fishing. I give a lot more detail basically on tides and stuff like that. So I do get a lot of messages asking questions, and it can get very busy with Messenger, which I don't get on because it can be intimidating at times. So if you do want the info, it's quite cheap. I think it's $6.99, and I think if you're on the iPhone it might be $7.99 for the month. So it's really good value and people have had really good results on it. So I've got info on the Hawkesbury, Brisbane Water, Lake Macquarie, and all the way up the coast to where I am now, basically. Fish jumping over there. Well, very surprising, not a nibble so far. Baits have been in for a good 25 minutes and no action. So hopefully it's not too much run out, and hopefully it's not too commercially fished. That's the main thing. So we'll go upstream a bit. We'll try and find, this spot here is probably 2.5, 3 meters deep, so it hasn't done me good at all. And we have moored boats and stuff around here, so maybe they don't like the activity. So we'll go a bit further upstream into a bit quieter spot where there's no boats, maybe a little bit deeper, and we'll see if there's more action, because not a lot going on here, that's for sure. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm up a little creek now, and it's a little bit deeper. It's about 3.5 meters deep here, so 4 meters. Let's see how we go here. Lots of overhang. I'll try and cast right next to it and slip my bait under it, basically. Well, this is a little bit concerning. I've given this spot about 20 minutes too, no action. It's not looking good for the Cooktown River. Maybe there's just too much run after those big rains, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna have to find a new spot. We'll go for a look again. Maybe I have to find deep water or something, because it's just not happening here at the moment. They may be in the deep because all the fresh is on the top, so maybe they're down deep, I'm not sure. I'm not hearing a lot of action either. Those hot rivers what I fish with the barramundi down a bit further south, the baits were only staying in the water for a minute and it was non-stop action. So big difference in this river at the moment. Maybe I just got to find the fish, we will see. It's pretty rough out here in the middle, a lot of wind just roaring through. So we've really got to tuck out of the way, try and find somewhere to hide. Well, I found a lot deeper spot. The back of the boat's 5 meters. You can see how close to shore I am. So, and it was about an 8 meter hole over here. So it's deeper water. Unfortunately, we've got the wind now, but we'll just see if there's fish here. I mean, I'll sacrifice wind if there's fish here. The main thing is we catch something. This is quite horrible conditions out here. Even though the current's going that way, the wind's just blowing the boat this way. I hate fishing in conditions like this, I really do. It's frustrating and yeah, very annoying, but I mean, worst case we'll just have to go back up the creek and tuck out of the way, but I was getting no action up there, that was the problem. See if there's action here. I'll give it another 20 minutes, and if we get action, I'll just try and catch something and we'll go back for a catch and cook. But if I don't get any bites, I'll have to go back up the creek and just see what happens. Surely I can get one fish. Now, I've fished all the rivers on the way up, and I always find the commercially fished rivers, they're the toughest, they really are. The ones where the commercial fishermen aren't in, they're thriving. There's a lot of fish in there and it's easy to catch fish. It's just because they set these big nets in these rivers and they catch a lot of fish in here. It makes it tough for the recreational fishermen, that's all. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. Enough whinging from me. Hopefully I get a bite. Oh, I can't bear it. Unbelievable. Untouched. Well, what can I say? No action. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh, I do have one land-based spot in mind upstream, and I might put a mud crab trap out there as well. Geez, I can't believe it, not a bite. Unbelievable. Well, I hope it's the rain what putting them off. I hope it's just not commercially fished so hard that there's not very hard to get a fish here. Very disappointing. As I said, we'll try the one land-based spot and we'll get out of this wind, because it's very frustrating fishing in the wind when the tide's going the opposite way. And that sun's starting to get a bit high too, so we'll go have a bit of refreshment and go to the land-based spot. We'll get the mud crab trap in and we'll see what we can do. Well, here we are, and I'm a couple of kilometres upstream now, and the wind is still here. It's terrible, but anyway, what can you do but go fishing? So I've already got my crab trap out. I just lobbed it off the end here. Hopefully I can get a mud crab, but usually it's not that good crabbing after all the rains as well, so we will see. I've got some good bait. I've got herring and mullet. Well, I've got one mullet and a lot of good sized herring, so we'll put a bait out. I'm not overly confident, but I haven't been fishing. I haven't done a video where I haven't caught a fish for a long time. Even the floodwater one, I've still caught an archer fish, what I use for live bait. I'd like to catch something, so I'd like to cook something as well for a catch and cook. Anyway, if we don't get something, we don't get something. What can we do? But hopefully in a couple of days I can get out the reef. At the moment, no chance. No one's going out there. Anyway, let's get a line in the water and see what happens. I reckon I could almost drive my car along here. I reckon I could, no prob. Might do that. Prime view. Oh look, there's a rod holder out here too, bonus. I need that. These are good sized herrings. I got some bigger ones, I did. Anyway, we'll get him straight out. Hopefully we get a bite. I'm not overly confident after the session this morning. There wasn't a lot going on. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. I've got to change this water. Well, I just got sharked, so I thought I had a good fish, but I'm pretty sure it was a shark in the end. Bugger. Yeah, bugger. I was pretty sure it was a bull shark. Can't see what else could clean bite me on the 50 pound. Give me a good fight too. I didn't bloody have my chest cam on. It's the middle of the day, so I wasn't confident. So I took the chest cam off and was just refreshing my baits. Bloody shark took it pretty quickly. Yeah, well, where there's sharks, there should be fish. Well, you would think so. Something's happened here. My line's all gone. Oh, he busted me off, has he? What the hell's happened here? What the hell? I don't know. Maybe it's a big stingray. I don't know. My line was all funky. It was all loose and stuff. It's right by. It's a massive stingray. It's massive. Absolutely massive. This thing is huge. I know I mentioned the catch and cook stingray at some stage, but not this thing. Look at the size of this thing. This is ginormous. I'm never going to land this thing. This is well over 50 kilo, this thing. Have to go at him when he comes up. Oh, it's a big, one of those big whip rays. Tail is absolutely huge. I just want my sinker back. Oh, this thing is a monster. It is an absolute monster. He's just toying with me, this thing. Oh, look at him. What a monster. It probably about 80 kilo. Oh, this reel has taken a dip, so it's not in the best condition, but I'm just going to run it to the ground and replace it basically. I can't believe the size of this thing. I can't believe the size of it. He's just locking onto the bottom now. He is an absolute monster. It's got a huge whip tail on it. Pretty sure they call these whip rays or something. I'm never going to get him in. He's going to take my rig for sure. Oh well, first fish was a shark, bit me off, and now I've got this monstrous thing. Oh, it's probably 100 kilo. It's absolutely ridiculous. I hope this sinker don't fly back in my face. Oh, what a monster. Well, I might just leave that rod and just stick the one rod. Well, that was very lucky. That bloody rod holder turned sideways. It feels like a shark actually. That rod holder turned sideways. I heard my rod fall from the car. I nearly lost my rod, my Saltiga. The bloody rod holder. I nearly lost the lot. It's a shark, yeah, bull shark. Thought there'd be a few. Look, that's what got me before. Well, there you go, eh? Sharks and rays so far in this river. Look, he's too much for me actually. I was thinking about a catch and cook with him, but no, he's a bit big for me. Well, I won't trust that rod holder. My drag's not even that tight. That could have been a disaster. Would have been a $1,500 setup, gone in the drink. Would have been devastating actually. I would have been devastated. Can't believe he hasn't bitten me off. I've only got a small hook on here. Duke's very interested in him. Oh, can't believe that. I can't believe I kept my rod then. Well, never trust a rod holder, especially if you haven't set it up yourself. Look at that, broke the tape and everything. Bloody hell. Oh, I don't even want to deal with this thing. I've only got a small hook on there. I really can't believe he hasn't bit me off. Well, I'll get my pliers and I'll try and get that hook out. Get down there, I guess. Oh, look at those teeth. You can see them here. Nasty, nasty, nasty teeth flaring up. They flare up like that. You don't want to go down there, mate. Stay up here. Crocodiles and stuff down there, mate. Nah, you stay with Daddy. You stay with Daddy. Alright, I'll go get my pliers. I can't, jeez. Oh, I took a bit of damage on the reel too. Bloody hell. That was almost a disaster. Lucky I heard that rod fall. I was laying in the bloody back of the car editing. Sharks and rays, eh? Not real good. Not real good so far. Look, I don't really want to get down here. There's crocodiles. There's a fair few crocodiles in this river. And I don't really want to get down there, to tell you the truth. Even though this shark hasn't been attacked yet, you just never know. You never know in these rivers where they've got a bit more population of crocodiles. They could be anywhere. Anyway, I might just... He's got my other hook in him. So that was the one that bit me off before. I can see my other hook in his mouth. There you go. I caught the same one. Can't believe I caught the same one. Bloody must be hungry. Let's see if I can get up here. Oh God, he's heavy. I don't know if the 50 pounds going to get him up. Get back, Duke. Might not be able to lift him here. I'll see. Oh, Duke, get back. I got him. Yeah, my other hook's in his mouth. Look at that. I was right when I said I think it was a bull shark. It got me before. Let's see if I can get this other hook. There's the other hook. I've still got my hook in him. Oh, well, that's good. Let's see if I can get this one out. Don't want to get bitten, that's for sure. Ah, Duke. Whoop. Jeez, they got nasty teeth on them. I might just have to cut it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can get it. You just don't want to get near those teeth. I'll give you one bite, you'll lose a finger. You literally lose a finger, one bite. Got it. Go, mate, go. Oh, I might have to give him a hand here. That was a good result. Get the hooks out. Let's see if I can get him back in here. He's a little bit big for me, this one. Duke, get back. Get back up there. Duke, get back. He always wants to have a look. Yeah, a little bit big for me. If he was a bit smaller, I'd think about a catch and cook, but we'll let this one go. Yeah, mate. It's also the colour of the water too. When it's that brown, you can't see 10 centimetres under the water, so you got to be really careful, you really do. He's really messed that up. Well, that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode and the scenery on the way. Not a lot of fish, what can I say? We've caught rays and sharks, very disappointing. But hopefully on Tuesday, the next episode, I get out to the Great Barrier Reef at some stage in between and we can get into the reef species. It'd be awesome, because that was the main goal to come to Cooktown, to get into the reef species. Alright guys, you ain't fishing, you're wishing. And I'll see you on the water. Catch ya.